Hey everybody, Leo from Triple H Coaching. I hope you're well today. This week we've been focusing a lot on emotional intelligence. It's that fancy word, isn't it? Very fashionable at work. A lot of leaders are told that they need to develop their emotional intelligence. And it's true, it's a great tool in life that will help you to communicate better and actually to be happier. And this is off the back of the study that we looked at, the scientific paper that we looked at on Monday, that showed that those with higher emotional intelligence actually suffered less from stress and had increased happiness and life satisfaction, which ultimately is what we all want. So we had a look at sort of what is emotional intelligence. We talked about developing and understanding and awareness of your own emotions, and then we looked at how to get control of your emotions using the front porch technique. So today I want to look at the other side of emotional intelligence, which is empathy. And empathy, described simply, is an understanding of other people's feelings and emotions, caring about that. And everybody's empathetic to a different degree. Some people are very empathetic, in some ways too empathetic, putting other people's feelings above their own. Some people aren't very empathetic at all. And empathy is something that I think we can all work on in one way or another. And everybody, needs a different type of empathetic coaching, and I'd recommend you work with a coach or a mentor to help you with that specifically on your own specific roadblocks. But when I look across all the reading I've done on empathy and the people I've worked with, there's one common thing that helps people to develop more empathy, and that's curiosity. A curiosity about other people and their way of life and why they act the way that they act, and that's key. Curiosity will naturally make you more empathetic. My personal experience with empathy is quite a profound one, and empathy itself actually changed my life in a lot of ways. It was empathy that helped me to overcome one of my big childhood traumas that I still suffer from PTSD from, and always will, to some degree or another. And that was the sexual abuse I suffered as a 5-year-old. And I'm not saying that I could ever forgive the act that was performed upon me, but I think what helped me move past the trauma and stop holding it all over myself and it being this act that had been performed in me, this violation, was empathy. Curiosity about what had driven this young girl, this child herself, to do this. This was not normal behaviour for a child of her age. What situation had driven her to need to exert power over others so strongly, and to even know about what this was at her age? She was older than me, but it was still not something she should have even been thinking about at her age. And it was that curiosity that made me realise that her situation, could actually have been very bad itself. And she could have been going through frequent and constant abuse, to the point where this was the only way in which she could validate her existence. It was that curiosity that led me to the empathy, that led me to the understanding and the ability to move on. So empathy itself, can change your life. And it's not just in those big things, not overcoming traumas, but actually in your day-to-day life as well. We all encounter people that we don't like, or that we just don't get on with, or that annoy us. And actually just taking the step back and having a little bit of curiosity about them is an amazing way to change that. Just having a curiosity about what makes them act that way, what could possibly be going on in their mind, why are they saying this to me, why are they acting this way, will change your perspective on them. May even lead you to a different kind of conversation. Who knows? It may lead you to eventually liking them because you just misunderstood them. So that's my challenge for you in the next step of developing your emotional intelligence. Develop some curiosity about those around you. Ask why instead of getting annoyed. Try and understand other people's point of view. It's not always easy. Sometimes it takes a breath and the need to step back, but it's worth the test. So things are really hotting up here. We're less than 2 weeks away from the book launch, and very few places left. So if any of you are thinking of coming along, please book your place on the Meet Me site as soon as possible. We may be able to throw in a few extra seats later on, but we are quite limited for space. If you are bringing a guest as well, please make sure you put them down. Don't need to put their name on it at this point. We can capture their name and details afterwards, and that's to allow them to be entered into competitions and things like that. So we'll see you all hopefully on the 5th of May, and if not, we'll be trying to record some of it, and there'll be some excerpts going up as well. Have a great day, guys, and have a think about that empathy challenge for the rest of the day. Take care. Bye bye.